Hey there guys, Jimmy Two Jackets here, aka J2J, and if you're watching this video, then I know you're somebody who has some passing interest in PF battles. You want to win more of them, and maybe you want to know why they're important. You might have heard from some people that they don't really matter that much, but I do beg to differ, but I'll get to that towards the end of the video. For now, let's just get right into the heart of the matter. Right over here under the mother base tab, let's go down here to a PF grade. Now you have two possibilities here if you haven't messed around with this yet. Weekly leagues, which are automatic. You will be paired up every week automatically against other players who are someplace in the range of your current ranking. I believe I am at triple A minus. So I'm up there a little bit, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be paired up against other people that are in that same range. And the same thing will happen to you, whatever level you're at. Short League is actually sort of a dead man switch. You have to actually come into the game and choose to participate on a daily basis. So if you're not on for like a week, then you won't be in any of the Short League battles. But if you're playing on a regular basis or you just want to log in to hit that, you can do that. And it doesn't really matter. These principles I'm going to tell you about, they apply to both of those leagues. So let's take a look at this here real quick. First guy down here, my next battle coming up in just a little while here. You can see over to the right, his defensive capabilities, 271, 459. It's higher than mine at 202, 849. He also, his durability is at 450 something and mine is at 432, so he beats me there as well. So what can we do about that? Is there anything? Well, I am so glad you asked. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over here, combat deployment, and underneath all of these gold missions in the online mission category, and what's great about these is they will run while you're out of game. It's great. So you're going to go down to the first two that are not gold missions, the liquid carbon missiles and the joint development for anti-ballistic missiles, and you are going to deploy those. Now, I would recommend, I'm going to put a link up here at the top. I have a video about more effective combat deployment. I never send my troops out. I don't let the game decide troop choices because I lost too many valuable troops I didn't want to lose. So if you want to know how to do that, just click on that link. It's a pretty short, easy video. It's really popular, and you will save yourself a lot of headaches if you don't know how to send out your own deployments and make your own choices on those. I've already sent these two out. This takes 1 day and 8 hours. Mine have been running for a little bit, so we're going to let those cook up. I have a couple in my pocket, though, back here. So let's go back. I've already run some of them. Now, you can have up to 3 of each of these. You'll see up in the right-hand corner there, under liquid carbon missiles and anti-ballistic missiles, they have a 1 by them. That's because I have 1 of each of those. So let's see how this whole thing works. Again, this battle, this contest we were just looking at, is pretty close with a slight advantage to my opponent. But what happens if I hit the space bar and I put this liquid carbon missile on it? Look at that. He still has a slight advantage in durability, but we have gone way up in offensive capability. I suppose perhaps numerically there's a way that we could tie at the very least, but this seems to be a pretty surefire bet that we're going to win this particular battle, which is awesome. Let's go down one here, our same opponent. This one, it's going to be dicey. This looks like it could probably be a tie to me. We have an advantage in defensive capabilities, but his durability is pretty high. Let's say we want to make this a surefire win. Same thing, going to hit the space bar, go over here, hit anti-ballistic missiles. Now look at that. Now there's no question. Sometimes it's a little iffy, but if you look at these numbers, 587 defensive capability to 222, not a question. 761 durability to 555. We're going to win this battle, and we're going to win it because we had these missiles. And again, you can only have 3 of these stored up at a time, so be judicious about how you use them. Find battles where it's kind of close and you need a slight advantage. This one might be one that we could use it in, but you'll get a feel for it after a while. After a couple of weeks of using this and checking your stats when you're done, you'll know which battles are close enough for you to use these missiles on. And if you don't have to use all of them, don't use all of them. And of course, deciding whether you want to use them on the dailies, the short leagues, or this week-long league, that's entirely up to you. But it's a great way to gain a little bit of an advantage and be able to have a little more control over just letting the game put you in with other opponents. The game is going to decide who you play against, and you have no control over their stats, but this gives you a little way to give yourself a leg up. I'm going to go ahead and take these off because I want to save them, because I like to hold on to them for important moments. And now I want to just take a quick second to talk about why PF points are important. You look up there on the right. I haven't played this game in some time, but just passively sitting there online, this number has kept growing and accruing because of these weekly battles. That is 3,007,323 PF points. Big whoop, right? Who cares? Well, I do plan on coming back to the game to finish up some development projects, which take a lot of resources and a lot of GMP and a lot of these guys right here, S++ ranked soldiers. Now, I can only get 3 of these at a time, but they do renew, so it might take me a little while to get them, but look at all those points I have. There's not going to be any question to me that I'm going to be able to get these. And why would I need them? Well, if you're a regular player, you'll probably know right out of the gate. Let's go down here to one of these development projects that I have not finished yet. Let me see, I'll find one over here locked up somewhere. Right. No, that one I have the people for. Right here. Here we go. R&D team level 129. Mine is only at 123. But I do have this ace up my sleeve now, because I can go over here, and it might take a little bit, but I can buy 3 of these at a time. And look at that. I don't know what, 39,000. I don't know how many times that goes into 3 million, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get enough S++ soldiers to put them in there. You can also mix and match your S++s into different categories. So at a certain point, you can just move them to different places, different parts of your base, staff management here, to get your numbers up, because you don't need them up the whole time. I mean, you just need them until you start the development. So you can just move them around as you need them. Anyway, that's one small reason. You can also buy all kinds of resources in here if you need them to finish a project. You might have seen that when I was looking around. Look down here. Look at all that black carrot, common metal. My eyes are just roaming over. Look at all that stuff you can buy. So I am a very firm believer that PF battles are definitely important, and they're worth putting some time and energy into getting better at and winning. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed coming out and making it for you. I put out a lot of videos, do a lot of live streaming. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, come back and visit. We have a lot of fun during the live streams, great chat sessions, and I hope to see you guys out there. Till then, happy gaming. This is J2J out.